Huh? Also, I mean, I agree with Massu, but I think this mood is like we are really friendly each other, everyone, and then I mean sometimes too much.
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
I mean,
Welcome to this week's episode of Pros. I am happy to be joined by Bwipo, Massu, and Quad after your victorious, conference finals. Not LTA finals, but conference finals. So first of all, congratulations.
thank you.
I appreciate it.
First question, a little bit unserious, but when are you guys releasing the mixtape? What's with all the singing?
Oh,
At the start of the game, Massu hit the craziest bar, and we all just had to jump in and celebrate, you know?
we just like singing, I think.
There's good vibes. Yeah, singing brings good vibes to the table, you gotta.
I don't know if there's a mixtape coming. That might go bankrupt.
No.
If you do it.
What do you think, Quad?
I mean, it's fun. I mean, when people are nervous, I think it's make not nervous. I think, kind of. But I don't know. Just do it.
Yeah.
That was kind of my lead-in, though, because I know one of my personal favorite teams of all time, the old Flash Wolves team, they used to always sing in draft, too. And I did want to talk to you guys about vibes, because it seems like vibes are really good on the team right now. Kind of, where is that coming from, and how worthwhile, like how valuable is that to have on your team?
I think, for me, our vibes are pretty good right now, and I think usually you build that with building trust with your team. I think it would not be right to say that we have good vibes all the time. It's natural to have like disagreements in a team, or we have weeks of scrims or days of scrims where we just don't align, and then kind of the vibes are off. But I think what creates the good vibes is when you come out of those weeks as a better team, and then you kind of gain trust in each other. So I think we've had that like a fair amount of time. So I think that's why our vibes are good.
Nice. You agree, Quad?
Huh? Also, I mean, I agree with Massu, but I think this mood is like we are really friendly each other, everyone, and then I mean sometimes too much.
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
I mean, sometimes too much friendly, but
Okay.
it's good. Yeah, it's good.
What's the story behind that?
I don't know. I mean, all good.
What is he talking about?
Think you know something I don't?
I don't know what the mid jungler are doing, but
All right.
Vibes are important. I think it's important. It's very important. You need to have a happy team. I think joy is the #1 proprietor of success. And I don't think that's just League of Legends. I don't think that's just like esports. I think that's everywhere. Like, I think a workforce that is happy to be there, wants to find solution, and celebrates finding solutions together is the best way to go about anything in life.
What do you think it's, because one thing I give you guys really big credit for is even when it looks like you're in very disadvantageous positions as a team, you end up finding the angle or finding the fight. Is that because you kind of go through all of this in scrims previously, or like, is that what makes you such a strong team?
Well, I think it's really important to recognize the strengths of your own champion. And I think ultimately pulling the trigger on like, this is where my champion shines, and then other people kind of play off of that is really important. Like, I think game 1 we were able to claw back because I realized ultimately on Best Center Rumble, when you get those items, side lane is where you shine. He can't really catch waves on side. He's a big, bulky, immobile character that loses to you 1v1. Very easy to snipe him with the ult. If you catch him, you should beat him. So we were able to pull off, I was able to pick a fight there 1-on-1. He died, they panicked, started Baron, got chased, Smolder ended up dying. It was really close, but that's born from the fact that like you are problem solving why your champion isn't performing in the game. And I think that actually comes from solo queue more than scrims, from just knowing your champion really well and like just putting yourself in a position where you know your champion's going to perform very well in this team fight or in the side lane skirmish, whatever it may be.
One thing, so I'm kind of going to talk about how you guys recovered from game 2. One thing that Nukeduck told me is you got sucked into 100 Thieves craziness. Do you agree with that assessment?
Hey, what I played for second game?
First game. Like, we came back because we got baited to play their game.
He was talking about first game, but I'm talking about second game.
Oh, okay.
What I played?
oh, second game.
Second game.
I played Varus.
Talia, you
and
played
Talia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think
Because Nukeduck said you guys got like sucked in. Like, is it is there, because I feel like everyone says this about 100 Thieves, they're like, oh, 100 Thieves, they're so crazy. We know exactly what they're going to do, but then they always manage to get some of these games. So do you agree with that?
Honestly, I remember like the first fight the most because that's where I think the game swung the hardest at Grubs. And I think we just got like mega outplayed by River. He just buffered the Alistar Q with my ult. And he did it like so last second that I threw my ult at him and it missed. And he ulted Quad, so Quad died pretty fast, I think. And I don't know if we got sucked into their game because I think that fight should have been advantageous for us, but I think they just outplayed us.
Yeah, I think we played bad, like when T5. Also, first group, I make big mistake, like I waste combo and then they just free going to me and then kill me. And then when just Aura TP mid when second Drake, also I can call more like a shot call more, Aura wants TP, and then maybe I can push top. Also, maybe just make some mistake.
I feel like whenever I talk to you all as a team, you're always really self-critical in these moments, right? So it's like, okay, we're not going to necessarily focus on, in this case, what 100 Thieves are going to do. We're focused on the mistakes you make. Do you feel like that's also why you're such a strong team?
It's got to be why we're strong individually. I think why we're strong as a team is separate from that, but I think that's why the players on our team perform well individually. And my take on 100 Thieves, why we got sucked in, is because it's almost impossible not to when they have priority on multiple lanes and they click on an objective. Like, how can you not match them and try to win 5v5 if that's what your comp does too? So like, we were playing like a Scion front to back comp. Difficult for us to make plays on side lane against Vi. So, you know, when you play Xin Zhao Scion, you kind of are forced to match them. And I think that ultimately that's why we got sucked in a bit, because I don't think we saw other options in the game.
Okay, that makes sense. Bwipo, you got Player of the Series.
My first one ever.
How does it
really?
feel?
My first finals MVP, yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes.
You
Yeah, I
think
agree.
it
I mean, it was insane.
I learned from Quad last week.
What did you learn from me?
Good glaze, good glaze.
Lane gap.
Lane gap?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know lane gap. Oh, last week, like a match, right? Oh.
Yeah, you were lane gap.
Hey, you won Player of the Series last week.
Oh yeah, I mean, last week I was insane.
That's why I said I learned from your
Oh,
brother.
I see. I thought you said Scrim.
That too.
Yeah, okay.
What do you feel like you guys did best today as a team?
Honestly, I think we were kind of shaky. Like, I actually felt like we were not like that on point at all. I think we gave them a lot of opportunities. Even me, like game 4, like I was dizzy. Like I was playing Gragas to his fullest potential, drunk. So a lot of fights I was quite drunk. No doubt about that. I think, you know, game 1 we had definitely some jitters as well. Like, I felt like we weren't like on our engages. Game 2, same thing. Like when we caught someone, I didn't feel like that guy got one shot because we layered our CC well. I feel like definitely some jitters. So that's how I felt playing the series. But we're a strong team, so we stay in it and we try our best to find ways to win anyway.
Yeah, I think we were pretty sloppy. I think especially myself, like I got too sucked into my own head, so I can't even like say for the rest of the team. But we were just getting gapped pretty hard. So it was definitely a rough series for me today.
I think today, kind of hard for me because I think first game, first thing also we have to lose, I think. but I think Casper win, inspired to win every Smite fight. I think that was really big.
True.
We get fit and then also we get Atakan even we lose fight. So it's make we can play the game.
I agree.
Yeah, and then second game was, I think really just hard. And then, third game I don't know why did they give me Casio into Rise because it's like favorite matchup. But maybe because like we played against Thieves in Scrim, we played that matchup and then I give him solo kill. So maybe I give him fake information, maybe. So I was really happy.
Good job.
So game 3 was fun, and then game 4 was, I think they went a bit. I think they mental boom or something.
Has there ever been a game, because you guys are self-critical, and I actually think that's like a really good quality to have. I do think it's one of the reasons why you are our top team. Has there been a game this year where you're like, yeah, we absolutely crushed them? no notes. I mean, there are never no notes, but you know what I mean, as close to that as possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you mean like important games or regular season games?
Regular season.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, any, yeah.
There's for sure some there where I feel like we all, I mean, there's always notes, but I definitely think there were some moments where we like across the board won all lanes and jungle got ahead and the game was just too easy to win. I remember the Swain game I played. This is the first game I played.
That was a fun one.
That was like, I just felt like we couldn't lose. There was nothing the enemy team could do. It was a draft into just a well-played game, I think.
I think our first game against Lion was pretty good. I think we had a pretty good swap, and we kind of got like a really huge lead early, but I can't say it was a perfect game because then we weren't able to hold it, and I wasn't able to convert that lead into something more meaningful or snowball it. So, but I think that early game was probably my best.
Honestly, I don't really remember like this split, but just this split for me, I try to change my playstyle because I always learn from Bwipo because he like to like die if we play like the other side. So I try to just like play aggressive and then try to die or just try to kill him and then die and then see how situation and then how was the other lane situation. I learn from Bwipo a lot. So actually I die a lot this split, I think.
No.
But you know, if I die like I learn from die. So sometimes I don't die next time, and sometimes if I die, it's more good situation. So yeah, this split 3 for me.
In game 4, game 3, you killed the Nafiri top. That was huge for the game.
Oh, this one just is I just don't think they gank me like that because I forgot how Napiri works, I think.
Yeah. He dashed behind your tower or what?
No, he just like dash. I just stand in line and he just E and ulti, so he can catch me. It was just a mistake.
I thought he like came behind your tower or something.
Oh
you know?
no, it's just a mistake. But it was good, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it ends up being a great outplay, right? So
Yeah, I mean sometimes you make outplay, sometimes you make.
Yeah, because I mean you'd had Bwipo do the same thing, also in top lane, with the 1v3 outplay when they tried to dive you.
The enemy Karma deserves to lose after that. I was giggling because like he could not have played it worse. I mean, I should have died there by all intents and purposes, and I think they would have had a very real game. Like obviously, like after I get that 1v3 kill, and I literally pushed out the way 1 versus 2 after she respawned, walked top. I won my lane 1v2 after that because she walked into my combo again. And at that point, it's like I'm so far ahead of Jax that's been suffering the entire time that there's not much really he can do about it. Like his bot lane just completely dropped the ball, and I think I did utilize my advantage to the best of my abilities, which is something that is on me. But the enemy top laner had no choice but to feed that game. Like there's just nothing you can do there. There's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, I mean when I saw 3 people on your screen and then you got the kill, I don't know what happened.
You just look at the mini map, you're like, okay.
Yeah, because their Jax is not farming a minion. He's like 1 HP, trying his best, and then I just see Karma die, and it was pretty hard for them after that.
Yeah, so Rise always like try to help like Jack's line. It was really helpful for me.
Yeah. Rise was like moving back and forth, trying to break the freeze. It was a rough situation.
I mean, it's same because if he try to help Jack's line, he gonna lose 1 mid. So it's the same. So shouldn't.
Great for you.
Yeah, good for me.
Looking at 100 Thieves as a whole, how much did it surprise you that they were your finals opponent?
Honestly, I'm not because when I play against them in Scrim, I think just Steve is better than the other team. So I didn't get surprised, actually, for me.
I was pretty surprised before this week, but I think like their series against C9 Shopify and then against us today, I think they got a lot better throughout the split. And yeah, now like I could see why they made it to the finals, even though I think them and C9 are still like relatively close. But yeah, it's not that surprising.
I mean, yeah, I think they played really good League of Legends today, actually. I think this is the only thing that could have gone wrong for us is losing. But in terms of like looking at our own weaknesses as players and like trying to do better as a team, like this was a very good series for us, I think, to realize that like where we are flawed and like also our drafts, etc. I think they played really well today, and nothing but props for 100 Thieves for locking in and making it this far because it's really impressive.
I have to turn to the team that you already brought up, Massu, which is C9, just because it feels like they were the flip side of 100 Thieves making it to finals is that the expected team was, I think, in most people's estimations, I'll say in mine prior to this week, was that it was going to be C9, even with the disguised series. So from having, like, I don't know how much you were able to watch that series, but from Scrim results, from kind of what you were able to see, what do you think happened with Cloud9?
Yeah, I have a pretty strong opinion.
Go ahead.
I think the reason why, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, but people don't like me right now, based on something I said about Cloud9, but that's all right. I'll double down here. I think joy is fundamentally the biggest reason why a team performs well over the long term. I think that it's extremely important to bring joy into your team and you want to have people come into the office, look forward to scrimming, look forward to finding solutions, and look forward to working with each other. And obviously, I don't know everything about C9, and this is all from hearsay from people that have been on the team, etc. But I think that their schedule is extremely rigid, and this is the team they are. If you're not familiar, they have like a workout every morning. They have they have a workout where they expect you to show up and perform. The whole JoJo situation where he didn't do that, for example, that is a problem. So my point is, I think if you're not winning as a team and you're doing that, from my experience, if it doesn't come from within yourself, to want to wake up and exercise every day, to want to, have that kind of structure in your life, I find that can drain you rather quickly. And you'll start asking questions and doubting yourself, like, why am I even doing this? Like, I'm working so much harder than everyone else, but I'm not seeing results. And I think that that's kind of like a real issue. That's a real issue I would have if I were on that team. Obviously, it's one of the reasons why I haven't worked with C9, and that's why I don't see me as a culture fit there. I think that's why over the last 2 years they have kind of faltered going into summer, because the results they were looking for weren't quite there coming into summer, and I think a lot of their players there was no joy there was not enough joy coming in and too much effort going out on things that I personally think, especially imports, can't really handle that well. Again, I could be wrong. I obviously have no idea what exactly goes in C9, but I know for myself, if I went to join that team and I had to do that and I didn't win, I would really feel bad about it. I'd be like, damn, like I'm trying so much harder than everyone else is in this league, and I just don't see results. Not enough joy.
I don't know. I think in the last, I guess just like their game against 100 Thieves and DSG, I guess ever since they lost to Shopify, it looked like their players were tilted, at least from the outside. I think their bot lane, usually they would have a good matchup, and then they're able to leverage that with Volking moving around. Sven is pretty good at playing on his own, and then they get Thanatos ahead, or they just play with their support on the map somewhere with their support jungle. And I think they found leads that way. And in their last few series, I feel like their lanes just weren't going well at all from what I saw. Like Thanatos was losing matchups a lot, Loki was, and so was their bot lane. And then I feel like they do have a issue of like choking the later games. I feel like sometimes they make decisions that they don't need to make when they're in a good position in the game. And I think that happens a lot in game 4s and 5s for their team. I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, that's what I think about it.
Also, I don't know.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know about C9. Just more easier than split 1. When we start split 1 and then I faced C9 and Loki, it was kind of hard. He was good, but now he's easy now. That's all, yeah. Maybe I'm grow or he getting nerfed, I don't know. Or both.
Maybe you're just that good now.
Why not both?
Yeah, it could be both. I did want to change that into a broader thing of like, just because so much has been said about, you kind of touched on it with the culture fit, but also specifically varying ideas of like scrim culture. So I did want to ask you guys, obviously starting with you, because I think you just brought this conversation up in the community, but to you, what is a good like team and scrim culture?
Like I said, I think there needs to be joy. You got to look forward to playing together, and I look forward to when my teammates make mistakes because, okay, I don't look forward to it, but I look forward to the opportunity to discuss and how we can improve. You know what I mean? Like whenever Massu does something that I notice him doing several times in a row, like I can tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, brother, I noticed that you're doing this, and I think you can do better." And that's an opportunity for me and him to connect, build trust, and also when next time he actually does that, I'm really happy for him. So for example, Massu kept throwing his Q before a cannon wave would show up bot lane. He kept throwing his Sivir Q at the enemy champions, even though he knew he wanted to recall. So I noticed this when I was watching Gagos playing, and coincidentally he was playing Sivir in most of the games that happened, and I noticed, and I told him, "Hey Massu, you keep throwing your Q here, and it's stopping you from one-shotting that minion wave. This means that you're delaying yourself 5 to 6 seconds on tempo. That could make a big difference." When Massu doesn't actually holds his Q now and one-shots the wave, it makes me happy. I feel like I made a difference, even though it's such a small thing. And I think that when you're in Scrim culture, still celebrating those small things is really big. I really believe that. I think that that's joy, that's trust, that's something that you can share between you and your friend, so you and your teammate. Something you can look forward to. Same with Quad, for example, whenever he makes a side lane play and he 1v2s them, I always celebrate it. I have to celebrate it because that's something that usually I would do. And I can tell that he tried to learn and pick that up. So I have to make sure that he knows that I really celebrate that. And I think in any functional team, celebrating those moments is super important.
I agree with him because we can review when we make mistake. Also, it's really good. But when we review our good point, it's also review we remember it and then we can do it again. So I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I've only been on this team so far, so I don't even have enough experience to say how other Scrim atmospheres or cultures are. But having a team where everyone trusts each other enough to give feedback, knowing that person will at least entertain the idea, and then there's a discussion that can happen, that will always, I think, create a better team because people are having a discussion, their ideas are being shared, and then their ideas are also being challenged. And that kind of helps you realize, oh, I might be wrong about this, or it helps you realize I'm right about this because of this, and that. So I think just, a team where you trust each other enough to have open conversations is always good.
Nice.
I have something to add to that, actually. I think that having the capacity to forgive your teammate for something that you know he's bad at, or a strength that he has that he just tries to use, but it fails often. Love using Massu as my scapegoat here, so I'll use it again. Massu loves to fight on mid-wave, even when we as a team do not like doing that.
I mean, honestly, what AD carry doesn't? I'm just saying.
Well, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. And in this team, this is not a strength Massu can use because we don't like to use our tempo to help him fight around mid-wave. So whenever he's scrimming, this is a meme I've coined. It's called high noon. It's high noon in the mid lane, and Massu has to fight the enemy AD carry. 1v1, got him down, or the other way around.
I mean, usually it's like a Jhin Varus, and then usually the Jhin is opening his last bullet, and I'm queuing, and then that's the high noon.
That's high noon right there. So what I'm trying to say is being able to look at Massu and tell him, hey, we know you do this. It's okay. It's not a big deal. For whatever reason, you're still doing this. I don't get frustrated when he dies on midwave. It's more like something to laugh about because I know that he has a tendency of doing it. Same for me. I'm not a ranged top lane player, for example, and if I pick a ranged top laner and I mess up my lane and I start feeding, I want that to be something we can all laugh about. I don't want that to be something the worst thing to do. Why are we doing this? Or when you review points and it's someone really feels bad about the fact that they made a mistake. I think that's where I think a lot of tilted teams start crumbling really quickly.
Okay. It sounds like, this, actually I heard it a lot more when I was a journalist and interviewing players a lot more frequently, but I think the best teams always have that kind of push and pull in terms of feedback. It's more of a collaborative effort, so you guys sound like you're in a good spot. I am going to look ahead a little bit. I'm not gonna expect you guys to know anything about the Southern teams. However, I will say the last time we had cross-conference play, the LTA North did not drop a series. Do you expect the same thing to happen this time around?
The format is best of 5 or best of 3?
It is a best of 5.
That definitely makes it harder, I think, for the South teams.
I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't been keeping
it depends
up.
on the matchups. How does the seeding work? Third seed plays first
So
seed?
the bracket's actually set. So it's basically, the 2 3s play each other, and then you're seeded into the upper bracket against Keyd Stars, who is their...
Oh, so we have 2 lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is their #1 seed.
Okay.
If we win, we just go final, right? And then waiting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think that's a bit
we
unfortunate.
go final instead?
I think that's a bit unfortunate for them, honestly, because
Oh,
I feel
maybe
like.
no.
Wait, what? We
Yeah,
did?
you
She
do.
said, yeah. She
You
said,
do.
she said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're two
Here, I
best of
can show
fives,
you.
and we're the goats.
Okay, that's interesting.
I mean,
Oh my gosh, there are so many.
it makes sense. We did. We deserve an extra
yeah,
life. We
so
did
you're
win.
there.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
that-
beat
the extra
Keyd,
life
you're
makes
seeded
sense.
into
If
finals.
we win
yeah.
against BKS, and then we just
Oh,
go
wait.
final and then wait.
So we're playing in Texas even if we lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
You made it to Texas. You're the first. You're the first team
yeah,
that can
no,
we
say
make Texas.
you made
Some
it to
people
Texas.
told me yes, some people told me no. I don't know. I'm happy
Wait,
to. I'm
we
happy to
had
play
like
there.
2 weeks ago. People were saying they're going to Texas, and we were like, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think honestly, like it's a bit unfortunate for them because I think that they're going to have to play us, the best team of LTA North, and then they have to play the second best team out of everyone else, which means that for winning a series, that's just a war odds. Now, assuming that they're better than us or better than the second best team that will come out of the gauntlet, because that's basically what it is, right? Then yeah, great for them, but for the small win there, I think it's actually a worse format. I think they would have rather played the third place team or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with the LTA South at all this split, so I don't know anything about like their strength level or how they match up.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a like, how much do you guys believe in Shopify and 100 Thieves?
100 Thieves style should be very good against teams that probably want to scrap as well. I obviously don't know if LTA South has any like side laning teams, because I think if you have strong side laners against that team, that's the best thing you can have. Like people that are winning their matchup one-on-one and making 100 Thieves group on bad timings because that's what they want to do. I think that was also a big key as to why we had good positions in games 3 and 4. With that in mind, if they do, then I think that could be very interesting. Like I saw, for example, Vivo Keyd, they were playing. Like their top laner, I saw had a very strong performance on Jax, and like that's kind of what you're looking for, is like a guy that will pick a side laning champion that's stronger than the enemy top laner, push side in, and then be hard to kill while simultaneously forcing him to TP early or something. So kind of creating that situation there against 100 Thieves is going to be important. And against Shopify, honestly, it's quite similar. I think Shopify and 100 Thieves play very, very similar. I think 100 Thieves just a bit better at team fighting. But I think that's why 100 Thieves also 3-0'd Shopify, because, 10 players are going to spawn on that screen in that matchup, and the better team fighters will win.
Yeah, you guys believe in Shopify and 100 Thieves?
Yeah, I mean, Bwipo pretty much said it. I think if all you can do is meet them 5v5 at an objective, then that's like their best, that's their forte, pretty much. So if they're better at team fighting, maybe they'll beat them. If they're not, then it's going to be tough.
Also, when I watch LTA South, I think they like to fight. So I think Thieves is gonna win a lot, I think. Yeah, and then Shopify, I don't know. Maybe.
Depends on the day.
I think so. Depends on the
I
day.
think Quad's opinion of Shopify is a bit different from ours.
God. One last thing, just what was your favorite moment from this split, and did anything like surprise you? I'll start with you, Quad.
Last week was really good, but what I remember, I played Yon into, I don't know into who, but I make good play on both sides. Just I remember, and then so I remember like against Team Liquid, and I played Talia, and then I was like 0-3-0, and then Bwipo played Shinjit. So I die a lot this game, but our coaches say to me, oh, you did good. Like when you die, there's a reason, and then I can keep dying and for like make good play. I mean, make good play. So I remember that my Talia 0-3-0 game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the most memorable game is probably the Singed one.
Yeah.
We were completely losing that game, and then we went off a Singed flip on a Ziggs. So that was pretty memorable, yeah. That was a good one.
I guess the burger flips were pretty memorable. It's hard for me not to say the finals. I felt pretty good in the third game. I felt like I really used my advantage well, and I think that was probably the best game I've played in NA, like almost ever. I think I've never really like put someone in the ground 1v1. I mean, obviously he was screwed because of reasons that were not his fault. Like, don't misunderstand me. he definitely did everything he could that game to try and stay in it. But I think that's exactly why I feel like I played that game really well. And I think that, you know, as much as resistance as he put up, I still was able to run away with the game and create some good situations for my team and made that game very easy.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Congratulations. I heard you guys have a KBBQ appointment to get to now. So enjoy the food.
Thank you.
Thank all of you for watching Pros and listening on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next week for the LTA Regional Finals.